find an island there, so lovely small, with nations free, with people French and Dutch, though talking English much, as decent Martin in the sea. Oh, sweet St. Martin's land, so bright thy beach and strand, with sailors on the sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountains gleam, furiously in sunlight sheen. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty very nice. Oh, I love my paradise, nature's beauty very nice. Saint Martin, I love thy name, in which Columbus fame and memories of old are closed. For me a great delight, thy Southern Cross tonight. May God the Lord protect thy cause. Oh, sweet St. Martin's land, so bright thy beach and strand, with sailors on the sea and harbors free, where the chains of mountains green, furiously in sunlight sheen. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty very nice. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty very nice. Oh, I love thy paradise, nature's beauty very nice. Oh, I love my paradise, nature's beauty very nice, very
Way to go. The best. Once again, Mr. Benjamin Bell. At this time, I would also like to acknowledge Member of Parliament, Mr. Artwell. Welcome. You just snuck in, huh? Okay. At this time, I would like to call to the stage to lead us in prayer the SG of the Education, Culture, Youth, and Sports. If she can please come to the stage, Ms. Shamina Powell Richardson, to lead us in prayer. Is she here? Oh, there she is. Oh, you snuck up on me, girl. Good afternoon.
Thank you. Thank you. I would like to invite you once more to stand as we honor our Creator during this proceeding, and we invite Him in our midst. Please bow your heads wherever you are. Dear God, we ask you for your blessing on this ceremony. Our awardees and all who are gathered here today, O God. We pray that you will fill each with satisfaction of the great contribution they have made for the sake of this country. We especially pray for those who have gone beyond the call of duty, and who have placed St. Martin on the map through their tireless effort in all areas of sport. Lord, tonight we single out cricket, and we pray that those who are being honored will continue to pass on the baton to our generation to come. Grant us success, Lord God. Grant us success in every good endeavor as we serve this community. My God, as they serve this community, our nation, and the world. Be with us, oh God, during this proceeding. And oh Lord, we thank you for the organizers. We thank you for the members of the Department of Sport, also the other members of the ministry who have worked tirelessly, oh God. We thank you that you have given them the strength tonight, that we can be here today and say it is good to have been here. Father, this we pray in no other name but the name of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And always say with me, amen.
Thank you very much. Now you can sit. So once again, for those who may have arrived late, once again, we are here at the Brown Pelican Sports Awards. Thank you for coming this evening. And today, the Brown Pelican Sports Awards, for those who don't know, aims to highlight the many persons and organizations who have had an impact on sports on this island throughout the years. The various sports organizations within the community were approached and requests were made to have them present persons for different categories who they thought were deserving for the awards which are being presented here tonight. Now, a lengthy period of time was given to the federations and lead organizations within all the various sports to present candidates. The process was then completed, and a selection committee from right here in St. Martin, the Sports and Olympic Federation, selected nominees, and the eventual winners will be called here tonight. Also tonight, as we customary do with the Brown Pelican Awards, we salute heroes, we salute legends. Last year it was boxing, this year it is cricket. We have any cricket fans in the house? All right. So tonight we're going to do 4 legends of cricket. And there are so many people who have contributed, so many legends here in St. Martin, that we can't honor all of them. But we do have some honorable mentions. So if you take a look at the screen, these are some of the people who also contributed to cricket here in St. Martin, whether it's financially, whether it's playing, such as Derek Holliday, round of applause. Mr. David James, Melford Hazel, Sam Hazel, Jim Van Putten, Kelbert Richards, Sylvan Richardson, Norris Williams, Sonny A. Jacks, Elias Jones Buckeye, Alfredo Griffin, Jean Illidge, George Leonard, Carlos David, and Nylan Illidge. These are some honorable mentions who have also contributed to cricket. Now, I know we have some cricket lovers in here, and for me, I'm a newbie to cricket. I'm a baseball fan, but I learned the game of cricket because I love baseball, and of course, baseball came from cricket. But did you know that the biggest, or should I say the second, spectator sport in the world happens to be cricket, right after football, the second biggest spectator sport. Also, yeah, give a round of applause for that. Also, the game goes all the way back to the 16th century. It just happens to be cricket. Also, it's the only sport where you can score over 200 runs and still lose. Happens to be cricket. Also, it's the only sport I know where they stop in the middle of the game to have tea. It can only be cricket. And also, did you know that they start in the morning and finish sometimes 2 and 3 days later? It can happen to be, no, Parliament. That's Parliament. That's wrong. Parliament can go for like 3 or 4 days. Yes, you know what I'm talking about, right?
Good afternoon, good evening, everyone, ladies and gentlemen, and all our sports enthusiasts and our athletes. Good evening to you. On behalf of the government of St. Martin and on behalf of the Ministry of Education, Culture, Youth, and Sport, it gives me great pleasure to welcome you to this 4th annual Brown Pelican Sports Award. The Department of Sport has been hard at work to promote sports on our island. And we're all here because we know that indeed sports matter. I would like to say a big thank you to Miss Jonelle Richardson, head of the sport department, and to her team for organizing this event and all the activities that led up to it. Thanks also to the National Sports Institute, the NSI, and to the St. Martin Sport and Olympic Federation for collaborating with the Department of Sport in this initiative. These organizations work tirelessly all year round to bring focus on our local athletes and to develop sports in our country. A special welcome to all the athletes who are present here this evening, as well as to their coaches, to the organizations, the trainers, the teams, schools, sponsors, family members, and supporters. Each one of you makes a tremendous difference to sports and games on St. Martin. And so, this evening would not have been possible without your drive and without your dedication. This evening, the spotlight is on St. Martin's cricket legends. These are the trailblazers who have represented us at the local, the regional, and international levels with all their skills, their strength, their dedication, and their heart. They proudly claim their St. Martin heritage everywhere they go and everywhere they went. And we are elated to hear their names and see our flag flying high wherever they are. Already, to all of us, you are winners, and your families, your communities, the sports associations, and your country, St. Martin, we're all very proud of you. Now, we may not have a category for family members and for friends and for supporters, but we know that you are the ultimate cheerleaders. And parents and relatives, I encourage you to continue making the sacrifices of bringing your children, your nieces, your nephews, your grandchildren to the activities of their interest. We know the investment of time, money, and commitment and support will certainly yield returns in the 100-fold, because our children are our future. The more we invest in them today, the greater will be their future and ours as well. So let me encourage you and invite you to enjoy this spectacular evening, and let us promote sports because sports do matter. Thank you very much and have a wonderful evening.
You know, it's really great tonight to see that we're honoring our cricket legends, you know, because when you travel to other islands in the Caribbean, they always honor their legends, whether it's the Vivian Richards, the Brian Lauras, the Curly Ambroses, and tonight we get to celebrate our cricket legends. So with that said, it is time for me to call on our first legend that is going to be honored tonight. And it gives my pleasure and my honor to call forth the president of Cricket St. Martin. Ladies and gents, please give a nice round of applause for Mr. Dwayne Ilgen.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. The first cricket legend that's going to be honored tonight is Mr. Blair Ford.
Well, after the boys came, you had Feely, who had a team of me and the best batsman, because he went and scored 45, and he said, "Man, you 40 can't bat better than me." I said, "Well, I got in a competition with you." I said, "If you want to see who's good, maybe I can show you who's who." Just like that. As a matter of fact, we was working together at the hotel as bartender. And he bragging because he made a 50 against, I think, a little Rupert Maynard team. And so he can mash me up, and I said, "Boy, you'll be able to bat when they finish you." And use the opening bat, and I explained to you what you can do. I said, the first ball from me can be a bouncer coming straight ahead. The next one I can hit you in the chest. The next one I can hit you in the chest, and the fourth one I can clean bowler. No, I can bowl a bumper on you. When I do so, we keep it calm. No, like slip a thing, take an easy dolly catch. Same thing happened. And he come, we take you back, much it up in a tree. So he's done playing cricket. Once you could tell me what you could do, I don't think I want to see them greats up there.
Are you a batsman or a bowler?
I was a motherfucker, I was all wrong. All wrong, I bowl, bat, field any position. I played the blitz. And then I had a fella that started a competition. Same Vance James, Stanley Smith, and then he went and played for Heineken's in French Quarter.
Your time playing here, you would have played against Vance James, you would have played against Felix Flanders, you would have played against Melford Hazel.
No. I never, he was before my time. But I heard about him. He was Sam Hazel's father. Very good man.
You played with Sam Hazel?
Yeah, I played with Sam. Even teach Sam. Sam liked to field in gully.
Okay. And you played against John Illich as well?
No, well, you play against those practice matches.
Okay.
But if you want to play with me too.
And Rupert Maynard?
Maynard, you're a very good boy, but you use too much over cricket.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Blair Ford. Let's hear it for him again, please.
Good evening. On behalf of my dad, Blair Ford, I'd like to thank the committee for giving him this prestigious award. Thank you.
Our first legend this evening, Mr. Blair Ford, once again. Unfortunately, he couldn't make it to the stage, but as the president is giving him his trophy this evening. One thing we always talk about is sports matters, and sports here on the island does matter. Take a look at some of these Taekwondo kids in front of us with all these medals. These guys go all over the Caribbean, all over the world to represent St. Martin. So for those who don't know, sports matters. Sports is like tourism, basically sports tourism. And in order to help keep things going here in St. Martin, Sports Matters is helping to rebuild a lot of our facilities here that have been damaged. And some of the tables you see in the back are VIP tables, and those who purchase VIP tables and the entrance tonight helped to go rebuild some of our facilities. Like last year, a lot of the funds from last year's awards went to help to build the dugouts in Ra'u Illich Sports Complex. So Sports Matters, we have some VIPs back there that we would like to acknowledge for helping us tonight with some funds. Nagico, give a nice round of applause. And CC1, also give them a nice round of applause. Throughout the night, we'll also let you know other sponsors, big sponsors this evening. But we got to keep this moving. And let's bring out our first presenter of the evening, here to present the nominees for Best Sponsor. Give a nice round of applause for Miss Angelique Rameau.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. As G said, my name is Angelique Rameau, and I am here to present the Best Sponsor Award. But before I do that, I want to stress on the importance of sponsorship, especially when it comes to sports. And when you look around in the audience, you will see many beautiful, handsome, beautiful girls and boys who participate in these sports, and they are the future of St. Martin. So sponsoring is very important when it comes to giving our youth the opportunity to showcase their talent, especially in sport. So before we give a round of applause for the best sponsor, after you see their names, those nominees, I would like you to give a round of applause for all of our wonderful, talented youth who are sitting here amongst us today. And the nominees this evening for Best Sponsor.
The nominees for the category Best Sponsor are Nagico Insurance, Marshall Motors, GEBE.
And the winner in the Best Sponsor category is, drum roll please, none other than Nagico. Please give Nagico a round of applause.
Hi, good evening, everyone. Just want to say on behalf of Nagico, we just thank you very much for this prestigious award, and thank you very much for having us.
Next up, we are doing Best Sports Innovation. And here to announce the nominees, my co-worker. She's on every single weekday from 4 p.m. Give a nice round of applause for Sagan.
Thank you so much, G. Give him a round of applause for a great hosting job. Good evening, distinguished guests, and of course, athletes. It's my honor to present to you the Best Sports Innovation nominees. And the nominees are as follows.
The nominees for the category Sporting Innovations are St. Martin Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, St. Martin World Coaches, St. Martin Karate Federation.
And the winner of the Best Sporting Innovation category is St. Martin Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
I wasn't prepared to make a speech, but I'm honored and I'm thankful. And I'm really thankful for all of our athletes, all of our students, and parents and grandparents, aunts, uncles, everyone who brings kids to practice, who makes a sacrifice to support our kids. I think that's the real, the people that we also need to thank behind the scenes that make all the sports and activities happen. I think learning a martial art gives a lot more than just learning how to fight. We learn how to win, we learn how to lose, and we learn life skills that can be applied to everything. So I thank everyone here, and thank you for the Brown Pelican Awards, and thank you very much.
Thank you, Melissa. We are moving right along today. It is time for us to honor another cricket legend. So with that said, once again, let me welcome to the stage the president of Cricket St. Martin, Dwayne Elgin. I hope you got your tennis shoes on, because you're going to be doing a lot of walking today.
Don't worry, G, I'm very fit. Ladies and gentlemen, the second cricket legend to be honored tonight is no other than Mr. Vance James Sr. Receiving on his behalf would be his son, so Mr. Cedric James.
dad was well known in the community, especially in the cricketing world, as Captain David. While his original name was Vance James Sr., everybody knew him as Captain David. One, because he was a captain, he sailed for many years, but then also the title fit well once he started and got involved with organizing and playing cricket on the island. His cricketing time, I should say, best started in the early 60s, because prior to that he sailed regularly. But once he stopped sailing, he got really deeply involved in cricket and organizing it and playing it. And he had the team by the name of the Blitz cricket team, which was the champion team for many years on Dutch St. Martin, or in St. Martin in general. He was mainly a batsman, and he did some wicket keeping as well. But he captained the team. And as a young boy growing up, one of our jobs were on Sunday mornings when my dad got up and went out to prepare the pitch, because we lived just across from the Carablumba ballpark. We would go down and prepare the pitch. And I actually learned to drive by getting in a truck and driving around and putting out the boundary flags. And at the end of the day, when the match was finished, we would pick up the stumps and the boundary flags. And that's how we got involved in cricket and actually learned the game. When he gave me my first opportunity to play, it was a game that we were playing against a team from Rambo. And we played on the small field over in Rambo. But one part of the fondest memories is also being, getting up every Sunday morning when there was a match and going out with him. Also sitting and seeing him take down his bat where he kept it at home and sand it off and oil it, and then getting the opportunity to use that bat when I bat the first time.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of my dear departed father, the late Vance James Sr., better known as Captain David or just Cap, it is for us a great pleasure and honor to receive this award in his name. I must say thanks to the Ministry of Education, the sports department specifically, for recognizing him and all other sports legends. I thank you.
I would really one day love to see, I'm talking to that table, love to see a cricket stadium here in St. Martin. You go to every island in the Caribbean, and everyone has a stadium named after their cricket legend, whether it's Antigua, Dominica, St. Vincent's and the Grenadines, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Lucia, St. Kitts. They all have a cricket stadium, and we should have one too. Our next contributors that we would like to acknowledge, who have purchased a VIP table in the back, I would like you guys to give a nice big round of applause to Motor World and 721 Dream Chasers. Also would like to acknowledge those guys for helping to contribute to today's event. Coming up, our third award of the evening is Best Sports Organization. And here to present the award is the president of the St. Martin Sports Olympic Federation. Give it up for Mr. Bell.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Good stuff. I would like to first announce the nominations, and the nominations for the sport organizations are.
The nominees for the category Best Sport Organization are St. Martin Martial Arts Federation, St. Martin Football Association, St. Martin Netball Association.
And the award is going for the St. Martin Football Association.
Good evening, all. On behalf of the St. Martin Football Association or Federation, I want to say thank you very much for nominating us as best sports organization on St. Martin. It's been a lot of work for us. Every year, I know all the sports organizations have struggles, but we are doing our best, and all of us, I think this award belongs to all the sports association on the island. Thank you very much.
That's my neighbor. Next up, our next award is Best Sporting School. And here to announce the nominees, she is the host of the Hot Seat on Facebook. Show your love for Kimberly Myers.
Good evening, all. And the nominees for Best Sporting School are?
The nominees for the category Best Sporting School are St. Dominic, Sister Magda Primary School, Mac High.
And the winner is the Methodist Agakik Center High School.
Good evening, everyone. This is a surprise, but we thank you, Brown Pelican Awards and the Ministry of Sports. We are the new kid on the block, but our goal as a high school is to ensure that our students develop their athleticism or athletics as well as their academics. So we pay keen and special emphasis on our sports department. And I would like to recognize the man behind our sports, Mr. Derek Spence. Thank you.
Congratulations. All right, it is time for us to honor another legend of cricket. Now, I mentioned before when I first started that I'm kind of sort of like a newbie to cricket. I understand the sport. So in order for me to learn the sport, I used to listen to the radio to try to understand the sport. So maybe you guys can help me out. So the first cricket match I've ever listened to, of course, it was England versus the West Indies. So can we cut the music a little? Yeah, thank you. So the first cricket match I ever listened to was England versus the West Indies. So I was a little confused listening to the match. Of course, you know, they have the British accent. And today we're here playing cricket at the All-World Cricket Field. And today we're about to get into the match, West Indies versus England. The batter is holding the bowler's willy. I guess y'all didn't get that joke, huh? That's a cricket joke, right? Okay, it's a cricket joke. Y'all probably get it later. Oh! Anyway, let's bring out once again the president of the Cricket St. Martin. Where you at, Mr. Dwayne? Come on down.
The third cricket legend to be honored tonight is no other than Mr. Rupert Maynard.
He played for the Blitz cricket team, which was headed by Mr. Vance James Sr. And yes, as a child, I used to be very excited on a Sunday when we were to come out to the cricket field there at the Caribbean Lumber Cricket Field, ballpark. So we look forward for that, you know, on Sundays. I can vividly remember seeing my dad all dressed in white, you know, proudly ready to go to attend his games.
And he was certainly a proud sportsman, a proud cricketer, and very competitive.
Very competitive indeed, yes.
What do you remember about his playing days and his competitiveness? Do you remember him, you know, after games being happy or being upset that he lost? What do you remember specifically about his cricket?
Well, happy, yes, but if he lose and if he feel that it wasn't a good loss, as you will say, you know, my father, everybody knows him to be very competitive, so he's going to argue and make his point, why it should have been and shouldn't have been. You know, so he was indeed very competitive.
And do you remember him traveling to overseas to play cricket?
No, I know though, from what I've learned from his brothers, that he competed with the neighboring islands in his younger days, like Antigua, Nevis, Montserrat. So he took part in such tournaments. He was a very good bowler, yes. So that's what I know.
Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly a champion, 958, Bolt a champion. Champion, 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 champion.
Good evening, everyone. On behalf of my dad, Rupert Isaac Maynard, we take honor in receiving this prestigious award. Thank you very much.
We would also like to acknowledge two more contributors to Sports Matters. They are Port St. Martin and GEBE. GB, as the kids say. GB. Our fifth award tonight is International Ambassador. Here to present our fifth award of the evening, give a nice round of applause for Mr. Wendell Moore.
Good evening, everyone. I'm here to present the award for the International Ambassador. Well, I'm asked to say something very briefly about ambassadorship, so I will be very brief by saying that an ambassador is best represented by someone who have left an indelible mark on the lives and impact on the people, and would always be remembered for the contribution that they have made. So let's see who are the ones that are nominated for this award.
The nominees for the category International Ambassador are Omar Marsham, Grandmaster Theo Liu, St. Martin Football Association, Sudesh Singh.
And the winner is Sudesh Singh.
Well, International Ambassador of St. Martin, what does that entail? It's going out there and represent St. Martin with honor. Not only as athletes, I know all of athletes are doing that, but we also as board members. Whenever we go out to represent our country, we have to do it with pride and let everybody know where St. Martin is and what it means to be part of the St. Martin football or any sports association. Thank you very much.
Don't forget, Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly a
All right.
champion, 958, Bolt a champion. Champion.
My neighborhood's 2 for 2 today. I like that. All right. Next up is the sports icon. And speaking of icon, another one of my coworkers. You can catch him every morning on the Super Duper Morning Show, and he is the 3-time Road March King. Ladies, gents, boys, and girls, give it up for King Rummer.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. While I was sitting down, I was thinking of a way to break the ice to tell a joke, but after seeing G fail, I will not do that tonight. So I will just get straight into it. And the nominees for Sports Icon are...
The nominees for the category Sport Icon are Omar Marsham, Jean Van Heinigen, Ronald Jacobs.
And the winner of the Sports Icon Award is someone that I hold dear to me. One of my best friend's fathers. Give it up for Mr. Ronald Jacobs.
Good evening, all. First of all, I was surprised to be nominated, and now to be the winner is pretty much special. 4 years ago, when they started this Pelican Awards, I said a lot of folks been complaining that they were never honored, and now I'm seeing that this makes a change and letting people recognize that the stuff they do for the community is well taken. Thank you.
Soca and dancehall, we love cricket and football. Come and dance in my name we call. Champion, champion.
Mr. Ronnie, can we put Ronnie Jacobs' picture back up there? Y'all got his work ID picture up there? What makes you think he likes his job? He got his work ID picture up there. Y'all couldn't go to Facebook? I'm just kidding. No, I'm not. I'm not kidding. All right. One more icon, actually not icon, but actually contributor for this evening is Cricket St. Martin. So give a nice big round of applause for Cricket St. Martin, please. At this time, we're going to take a little intermission so you guys can get something to drink, something to eat, or go to the bathroom. And when we come back, we'll continue with the rest of our icons and more awards at the Brown Pelican Sports Awards. Thank you. And we would like to pick up where we continue saluting our icons in cricket. Now, all of tonight's honorees are not cricket players, but I will let our next presenter explain to you who our next icon is. So, if you can please give a nice round of applause to Janelle Richardson, who is the head of sports.
Good evening. Good evening to everyone. Happy to see all of you guys here for this event. Brown Pelican Sports Awards, hashtag Sports Matter. Right, so at this point, we are going to be recognizing someone who is not necessarily a legend, because when we speak of legend status, we speak of Blair Ford, obviously, Mr. Felix Flanders, persons who are not here, Mr. Vance James Sr. as well, and Mr. Rupert Maynard, persons from the 20s, 30s, 40s, who were pioneers in the sport of cricket. But we wanted to recognize a person, an individual, who is considered a contributor to the sport of cricket, and that is Mr. Imran Maksud Amjad.
I do have, I think, a natural inclination to do things that I feel benefit society. And the first that I would get involved in would be obviously cricket, because that's the one that I would say I love the most. But as a lot of people would know, I also support boxing and football and baseball and everything else that in between. Any sport you think about, judo, I am there. You know, so I'm a sports fan. We started the youth program here in St. Martin, and yes, the youth program was important because it is what would define the future of the sport. The first big bonus, I think, for St. Martin cricket was when we became recognized as a member of Leeward Islands Cricket Association, then LICA, because that paved the way to the dream. And then, of course, final very proud moment, many proud moments, of course, is when Casey Carty then finally was called to play for the West Indies on the 19 team in the World Cup, and didn't just perform, creditably, but actually was the MVP in the finals, which the West Indies won for the first time, that the West Indies won the Under-19 World Cup. And it was an exceptionally proud moment to have, you know, a young St. Martin-born player playing for the West Indies. To be honest, the contribution was really not as hard as the work that was involved in keeping cricket going. But what I had going for me, and cricket still has going for it, is the people's interest in it. I saw that people were passionate about it. People were interested. We speak sometimes of people like Uncle Felix Flanders, who comes out still up to now. I don't know, this guy maybe in his 80s, and still comes out to watch the game whenever we play. We spoke earlier about Blair Ford showing up, watching the game. The Hazel people turning up, watching the game. Mr. Wally Harverton, the Vance James when he was alive, and all these folks that comes out and watch the sport regularly. I felt that somehow we, the younger ones, the ones with a new passion and a new vision, that we had a duty to ensure that this sport continue.
Great. Mr. Amjad is not here to accept the award, so Mr. Elgin, President of the Cricket Association, will be accepting the award on his behalf.
Thank you, Janelle. Ladies and gentlemen, I could not accept this award alone. I think cricket, the Board of Cricket St. Martin also deserves to come up here and accept this recognition. So please, Mr. Walters, Mr. Singh, kindly come up here and join me, please. Mr. Maksud could not have been here this evening because of illness. However, I'm sure that many of you who know Mr. Maksud would know that he is someone who is very passionate about sports. Passionate about cricket in particular, but every other sport. I know personally, being the former CEO of Nagico, we had many battles about whether to contribute to sports or whether to ensure the profit of Nagico increased. And I can tell you that he chose sports and the community over Nagico's profits many times. So a gentleman like Mr. Maksud, I think deserves this recognition. It's a pity that he could not be here this evening to receive this award, but we at the Cricket Association, we're very proud to have him as our chairman. We're very proud to have him around cricket. Janelle said he's not a legend, but he will disagree for many reasons. He's a fierce competitor and believes he's probably the best cricketer that has ever played the game. But also, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we have the future of St. Martin cricket here. And we have our youngsters who are here, so I'd like to also recognize them. The future champs, we call them the future champs team of St. Martin. Please stand and be recognized. And finally, to the legends, we could not have been here without you. You have paved the way for us, and we hope that we can continue to do you proud by ensuring that the sport of cricket continues and continues to be popular and returns to be the #1 spectator sport on St. Martin as it used to be, aside from what G said, that cricket is indeed the #1 spectator sport, the #2 spectator sport in the world. Thank you, and to all the other participants, awardees, congratulations.
All right. As we continue on with our Brown Pelican Awards, Our next award is Best Coach. And here to present the award is a young lady who just came back from Spain from the IBB Elite World Championship. And she walked away with the bronze medal. She represented St. Martin. She is here today. Give her a nice round of applause for Mordienne Profas.
Good evening. And the nominees for the Best Coach Award are?
The nominees for the category Best Coach, Melissa Bartfield, Grandmaster Theo Liu, Jadari Burton.
And the winner for the Best Coach is? Gwadri Burton.
Cricket and football. Come and dance in a man in the ball.
Wow. Good evening, everyone. Just to be nominated for this award meant a lot to me, trust me. I didn't see it coming from a mile. Much less winning it, huh? I want to say thanks to the sports department for recognizing me as best coach for the year. It really means a lot to me personally. But it is not possible without the team I have around me, the team I had around me. They are marvelous. And for that, I have to give them a round of applause. Specifically, I would like to thank the president, the board of the FA, the technical director for giving me the opportunity to coach the national team. It just happened. They just saw me and said, all right, you're going to be the coach for the national team. And for that, I want to say thank you. Also, the players, fantastic players, they went away and they represented St. Martin well. The management, the coaches, Coach Michael, big up yourself wherever you are. I share this award with you. You know it is. But lastly and most importantly, I really want to thank my wife. Trust me, she did a really, really good job behind the scenes. A lot of effort, a lot of sacrifices. It's unbelievable. So tonight I want to say thank you for all your hard work. Those who contributed directly and indirectly, thank you all.
Congratulations. Our next category is Best Overall Team. Best Overall Team. Here to present the award once again, let me welcome to the stage the head of sports, Janelle Richardson.
Thanks. Appreciate it. The award that I'm going to present is Best Overall Team. And my colleague said I should say something about team. So, teamwork is a good thing, and that we should all work together. I'm just playing. Teamwork makes the dream work. My apologies. But we have quite a few teams that are coming up that you'll see as nominated, and these guys have been working really hard in doing what they do. And we're very proud of all the different persons who have been nominated this year for Best Overall Team, and here they are.
The nominees for the category Best Overall Team are St. Martin Under-15 National Football Team, Basketball National Team, Progressive Boxing Team.
And the winner for the category Best Overall Team is, drum roll. Great. The St. Martin U15 football selection. whole contingent.
Champion Shelly and a champion 958. Both a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say bravo a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows Chris Cale is a champion. Come on. Champion, me a real champion. Champion, me a real champion. Champion, me a real champion. Don't vex if your name not called. We are feeling like we bad some ball. We love soccer and dancehall. We love cricket and football. Come and dance in a my name we call. Champion, champion. Every training and every
Okay, I would like to start off by saying we are very honored to win this award. It means a lot to us because we've put in a lot of hard work and have been very dedicated. And yeah. I'd also like to call up Miss Heidi Hopgood for all the hard work and everything that she does for the team. I'd also like to thank all the sponsors and people who helped us fundraise to be able to go on the trips that we go on and help us to train and get better as a team. And yeah, just thank you to all of you for supporting us and everything.
Oliver, on behalf of the entire team, I want to say thank you for everyone who really supported us during our preparations for our games. We competed in a tournament for the summer, and we came out second in our division. And trust me, it was eye-opener for St. Martin. A lot of persons recognized us and appreciated what we did as a team. So as I said, football. Before you leave, hey, guys, one last thing. How can I forget? The support that we got from the Ministry of Sports. I don't want to be biased. They are supporting all other sports. But the contribution we got for football, it was really, really hefty. And we really appreciated it. So on this platform, I want to say thank you to the head of sports, Janella, and everyone else, the ministers, everyone else who contributed. Thank you very much.
You know what they say? There is no I in team, but there is an M and an E. Just kidding. Okay, they caught the joke. My jokes are just, All right, to honor our final legend this evening, I would like to call back on stage again. He is the president of Cricket St. Martin. Give it up for Mr. Dwayne Elgin, please. They're getting tired of seeing your face.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final legend for this evening's awards, the final cricket legend, is no other than a gentleman who pleasantly surprised me. When he said he was 91 years old, I even doubted him. Mr. Felix Flanders.
I began to play cricket from the teenage, from the youth. But when I really started playing for the big team, was like in the early 50s. And we had a team we called the Pelican. I represent John Brisman. They have a seafood center here now. There's a businessman named John Brisman. He had sponsored our cricket team, the Pelican cricket team. But it was a great team. I was one of the good fast bowlers. Yeah. When it comes to batting, therefore the best thing they ever see here. Come here. Therefore, he was the best.
Okay, and naturally
He was quick. He was He was test material, man. Yeah. And against St. Thomas, I played against test players in St. Thomas. The Barbados team down there, they bring down Sobers, Lashley, Holford, Charlie Griffith. Four of them came down to St. Thomas to join the Barbados team there to play against the St. Thomas selection. And I stopped playing for a couple of years. I just come back to play again. Still I get number one choice. Ask, who can open the ball with Flanders? Number one pick. I bowled Lashley for North. Great Peter Lashley. I get Holford for 9. Yeah. Give Asher one ball. It's my first game in St. Thomas. I got, against St. Thomas, I get 7 for 16. And then the second match against Antigua, I get 7 for 7. Those are some of my best memories. And I went to Aruba, pick up 6 for 49. Yeah. But here, the batsmen here wasn't as good as those batsmen I beat in those other places and so. Here I got one time for 17. Whole team of 17. They had to win that day. They came to French Quarter. We said, man, they really play. Say, yeah, they could play, they want to play. And I say, I tell the boys, I say, turn to the boys, I say, well, the same wicket thing about we got a bat on, so if they want to play, let us play. I look for 17. I bowled 3 brothers for North.
I conducted the interviews, and the one person he said that was really good was Mr. Blair Ford. So we have, many of you may not know, but we have a number of people who played cricket on the island, and even I myself am surprised by some of the people who played cricket, like the Illages, the Hazels. We know now of Mr. Flanders, Mr. Vance James, Mr. Maynard, and a number of other people, Mr. Wally Haverton. So cricket has been a very popular sport on St. Martin, and we hope that we can continue to ensure that the sport lives on. And the youths who are here today, you have a responsibility to carry on that rich legacy that cricket has enjoyed over the years. So thank you, legends, from Cricket St. Martin. We hope that you appreciate the fact that you're honored tonight. To the sports department, we want to thank you for recognizing cricket, and we hope that we'll make you proud in the future and continue to do so. Thank you.
Let me first say thanks to God. Thanks to the good Lord for having this privilege at the age of 91 to be here to receive this award. Thanks to the Sport Auditorium for recognizing me. As you know, I represented both sides of the island. Yeah, and thanks to them. Thanks again, thanks.
Thank you. As we try to get the screen going for the nominees, once again, I would like to thank some of the main sponsors who helped us out this evening. Don't forget, hashtag Sports Matters. Of course, we would like to thank Nagico. Nice round of applause. CC1 St. Martin, thank you. Motor World, thank you very much. 721 Dream Chasers, thank you. Port St. Martin, GEBE, and of course also we would like to thank you guys for coming out this evening and coming supporting these Brown Pelican Awards, this is the 4th year that we have been doing it, and it's been really great turnout, and thank you very much for coming out and supporting.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's my honor this evening to present the nominees for the male athlete of the year, So let's go and see who the nominees are.
The nominees for the category Male Athlete of the Year are Omar Marsham, Jermaine Smalley Lake.
All right. Now you've heard and seen the two nominees, and who will it be? All right. The winner in the Male Athlete of the Year category is Omar Marsham. Come right on up, Omar.
Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly a champion, 958, both a champion. Champion, 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 champion.
He's becoming an icon in his own right. I went to one of our schools this past week, and there he was, the cardboard model at the door greeting me. And now I get to greet you in person. Congratulations.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, all athletes. I really wasn't expecting this. It's an honor to be recognized, especially at home. What I want to say is I want to also thank everybody for coming out, not only for myself, but for all the athletes around, even those that compete all over the world. And I want to say one thing to all the young athletes. I know when you're training, especially competitive, it'll be hard. And I would like for you not to get discouraged. All right, so keep it up. And yeah, thank you.
And now, the nominee for the Female Athlete of the Year.
The nominees for the category Female Athlete of the Year are Ishel Peters, Modian Profas.
Okay. Now, the winner in the Female Athlete of the Year category is none other than, drum roll, thank you, Modian Profas.
Michael Jordan, Obama a champion, Mandela a champion, Serena a champion, Wendy a champion, Shelly a champion, 958, both a champion. Champion, 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 champion. Everybody knows say bravo a champion. Champion, 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 champion.
Good evening once again. I tried not to be emotional like last year, because as you all know, last year also I was the Female Athlete of the Year. So this is the second year back to back I am receiving this award. First of all, I would like to thank God for my health and strength to be able to continue my journey in this sport, which is bodybuilding. I would like to thank Winter Island Bank, the #1 bank on the island, and where I work as security supervisor for their continuous support and sponsorship. A thank you to Mr. Ferdinand as well for marketing, for all the exposure, radios, and newspaper interviews. I am forever grateful. A thank you to Monster Factory, Mr. Dimar Labega, my BPI sponsor supplement. A thank you to Artistic Drive for their support, sponsorship, and for the great connection in Spain. Thank you to First Response for the sponsorship. A thank you to my mom, which is here with me this evening. for her sponsorship. A thank you to my online coach, Ms. Leonie Rose, for her continuous coaching and guidance in leading me to the top. A thank you to my son, who also is with me here this evening. My biggest fan for his patience and not to get in wax with me when I cannot eat sometimes what he wants me to eat. A thank you to Julia's Gym, my gym family where I train, for their continued support. A thank you to my good friend, Anahis, which is not here, but she is residing in Curacao, former training partner and teammate, also was my coach for the amazing week in Tarragona, Spain. You was there when I turned pro, you was there when I qualified for the World Championship, and you were there when I became the third best in the world. Last but not least, a thank you to all my friends and followers on Facebook and Instagram for following me and all their supports. I can finally say a dream come true and history made not only for myself, but also for this country. As the first athlete to qualify and bring back the first World Championship medal in bodybuilding to the country of St. Martin. But I will not stop here. I will continue to compete because I strongly believe in myself that with my consistency, effort, dedication, and determination, that one day I will bring home the World Championship Cup to this country. And in closure, I would like to say, let us parents talk and encourage our children to be active and to the sport. It will help them mentally and physically, and in doing so, it also helps decrease obesity and the development of certain health issues like diabetes. To the newspaper, let us put youth and we as ambassadors in front of the newspapers when big things are done and accomplished for the island. And to the government, yes, you all have your responsibilities in Parliament and with this country. But don't forget, we the youth are the future of this country. So let us acknowledge us when we put this small little island, our country, on the map. When we are leaving and coming back through the airport. And like my medal says, I am an inspirational legend, and I am also St. Martin strong.
Our female and male athletes of the year. Before we go, once again, I want to thank each and every one of you guys, gals, boys, and girls who came out this evening to support the 4th annual Brown Pelican Sports Awards. It's been a pleasure. It's been my pleasure. I want to thank the ministry, actually, for asking me to host this event, because if you know me, I love sports. Wake up watching sports, go to bed watching sports. I love sports, so thank you very much to the ministry. And on that, I would like to call on, once again, the head of sports, Janelle Richardson, to say some closing remarks for this evening.
Before I speak, I wanted to call onto the stage also my colleagues in sport, the Director of the National Sports Institute, Mr. Mike Cornett, and the President of the St. Martin Sports Olympic Federation, Mr. Artwift Bell.
Yes. Good evening once more. I would like to congratulate each and every one. Congratulations, Taekwondo, all the awards. It's a great honor for us as the St. Martin Sport Olympic Federation. I would like to give some information, very short, brief. As you know that we're working as a team. This is going to our 3rd year that we have a triathlon team. And as you know that the other event that is coming up is the 2022 Central American and Caribbean Games, which we want to have our football and taekwondo as team to represent St. Martin for those qualification games that is going to be in Panama 2020. So we're looking forward for that. 2022, sorry. And also, we are working very hard for the upcoming Interscholatics games, 7 sports for 2020, the first trial, that we have the go for 2022 International Interscholastic Games in St. Martin. So that is what we're working for. And I would like to thank each and every one. Of course, we want to increase the competitive level of sports. So thank you and congratulations, everyone.
Good evening, everyone. I too would like to add my congratulations to those that have been nominated and elected. You deserve it. I've seen football come a long way. We are proud of you guys. You did an awesome job. Taekwondo have constantly been busy. We're very proud of you also. Anytime you go out, you always bring back things to St. Martin. Thank you so much. One thing is important for you to comprehend. Mr. Bell already explained about the triad that we have working together as a team to develop sports in St. Martin. We have been doing sports recreational in St. Martin for a while. We want to now develop sports into the competitive level, and we start with the grassroots development. That is what Mr. Bell was explaining, bringing sports into schools, getting sports coaches into schools, developing sports from schools to get them to the competitive level. I'm very, very, very honored and grateful to be before you this day. Continue on this trend, and by next year, we'll have a much greater Pelican Awards. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much. You gotta stay. Just to reiterate again what my colleagues are saying, we are definitely working hard for sport. As you know, we've been assisting all the different sports organizations and associations all year. And I know that people say that government doesn't do and we don't help, but we do. The Football Federation and the team that traveled, we assisted them. We've assisted from sailing to boxing to basketball to netball to volleyball. And as much as we can develop sports on St. Martin, we try to do that. And we definitely need the assistance of all of you, all the organizations. We appreciate the assistance of the parents who are here. So round of applause for the parents who are supporting their kids. In sports, these people are very important. The coaches who work really hard to bring their kids and their students and the athletes to a higher level of functioning. We definitely applaud you as well. So applause for all the coaches who work so hard to build up these athletes. And on varying levels with the National Sports Institute and the Sports Olympic Federation, we are working together to bring sports to that different level. We recognize all of the hard work that you guys have been putting in already, and we commend you for your hard work. And this award ceremony is one of those opportunities for us to really show you guys that we appreciate all of the hard work. To the legends, thank you very much for your hard work in sports. Round of applause for the legends. Without their pioneering work, the sport wouldn't be where it's at today. And we hope that we're gonna have a few legends in the making right here in front of us. I wanna thank my team. They've done a really great job. Round of applause for my team. So we have Tamara and Janelle, and Christian is no longer on my team, but he's on my team still. So I'm really appreciative for that. And everyone else who's really assisted, Mr. Busby, he's here as well. Kimberly, and all of our other colleagues who assisted, really thank you. And to the persons who've put all of this beautiful stuff together, we thank you as well for all of your hard work. And thank you once again for being here for the 2019 Brown Pelican Sports Awards. Round of applause. And we are definitely looking forward to the 5th year. Next year, 2020, is going to be the 5th Brown Pelican Sports Awards. So we're definitely looking forward to that. And I'm gonna, from now, say to all of you coaches and organizations, keep your eyes open and be ready for next year, because we really wanna promote sports on the island, and we wanna see you taking note of how your sports are going and how your athletes are doing, so that we can definitely recognize them. Did you wanna say something?
Also, I would like to recognize 2 new sports that add to the list of St. Martin. I would like to mention I think he's here, Fencing Federation, OMI, and also the Drifting Association.
And with that, we will close. Thank you very much for being here. Have a wonderful evening. Mingle and have some more food and stuff that we have left. Don't leave just too soon. And can we have all the winners up on the stage, please, so that we can take photos with you guys. Thank you very much for being here.
Thank you once again. And we're going to see you for the 5th year, where we're going to do the Legends of Marbles.